Alright, so we almost have enough knowledge to fully start to work with Git inside of the terminal. And really, it's just these small building blocks of how to move around and how to be able to change different files. So I'm going to go ahead and close out all this again, and let me open up that README that I was working on previously. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and let's go ahead and start talking about Git, because here's where we need to talk about version control. And version control allows me to keep track of something over time. So let me go ahead and open up terminal, and I'm going to change my directory to, I'm going to go to the absolute path. I'm going to go to the absolute path to 0 to Git. So change directory slash, that's from the root of my hard drive. And I don't really remember from where to go from here. So I'm going to hit tab, and because this is a text-based interface and because I have that plugin installed, I'm able to start to type what I want, which is users. And if you keep pressing tab, it'll highlight these different things, so I don't even have to type it, which is nice. So users, C Chapman. I want to go to my desktop, and 0 to Git. Boom. All right. So currently this is a Git repo. And what does that really mean? Well, it means we're tracking the history of what happens to this folder whenever we commit. And you know what? The first command that you need to learn is how to stop version control. Actually, even before that, we need to talk about one command, one more Linux command, and that is going to be remove. The command is remove. rm. rm, you can delete a lot here. If you use the command rm slash, this will, well, this and a couple other flags that you have to put on will actually delete your entire hard drive. I won't tell you how to do that, but if you want to know, you can look up the manual for remove, and that will tell you everything that you need to know of how to recursively, forcefully delete your hard drive. Don't do that. Please, please don't do that. Because at that point, you pretty much have to take your computer into the Apple Store. But the command that I talked about earlier was creating a file. So I'm going to go ahead and touch deleteme.txt. And how to delete that file, I'm going to use the rm command, and I need to give it a path. And that path is going to be the current directory to the delete me file. And it will delete that all nice and good. So the command to delete a single file, something that you can right click and do or drag and drop, just be careful that you are targeting the specifically right thing, because if you're targeting the wrong thing, you can very easily try to delete your desktop, which contains all sorts of stuff. Or you could delete your user folder. Again, all bad things. Don't delete those things. But anyways, so yes, that is the final Linux command to play around with. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at removing. Well, actually, before we do that, let's look at our current directory. So we have the README file in there. However, there is a bunch of hidden stuff. And remember, it's the -A to show the hidden folders and files. There is a dsstore file, a git file, and the parent directory and the current directory. Actually, I should specify that the relative path is this or this. So it's either period slash or period. They're all shortcuts for the same thing. So current directory, parent directory, ds store file, git, and the readme. There's another command in here called cat. Cat will output the contents of any file right into terminal. So if I cat, it's like opening it up and just looking under the hood. So I'm going to cat the ds store file, and we'll see that it's just got some weird garbage in there. And that's because that's a hidden file that OS X puts into a directory that you have opened up inside of Finder, and it's just garbage. It helps the operating system work better and cache information in a strange way that is beyond the scope of what we're going to be talking about. But this, typically we don't want dstore files in our projects, so we will eventually try to ignore those from being in our repo. But there's this .git folder which is hidden, and in this .git folder is all of the version control history for our repo, our Git repo, and that is right now pretty much nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and remove, let me look at the manual. Remove, I want to forcefully and recursively, which is the equivalent of recursively, and verbosely. So you can go ahead and look those up and what that specifically means. I'm going to remove recursively, forcefully, and verbosely the current folder .git, I'm going to tab complete so that I know that it's a real thing. So the current folder, the hidden .git folder. And by doing that, you'll see that I lost that cool little "this is a Git repo." I've effectively just turned off Git for this repo. So now that that's off, I can use the command to put Git into any folder that I want to. So I'm going to say git init. So git init just simply creates that folder. And it's back. Well, I didn't show you when it was gone. Let me show you what it's gone. It's gone. ls-a, current directory, no Git folder, git init, and it's back. So it's gone, it's back, it's gone, it's back, totally fine. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't tracked the version history of anything yet, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But I just wanted to kind of show you how to both put Git into a folder to allow version tracking and also take it back out.